Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So on today's video, we're going to be using this Mojo Monday sketch. So you can pause here. There's no measurements actually on the sketch, but if you want to cut your pieces and try and come along with me, I'll talk a little bit about it as I go. I've already pre-cut everything. My card front piece that I just pulled out, which I'm getting ready to stamp on. This piece I cut to be 3 inches by 4 1/4. And I'm stamping my leaf image, which is from Concord and Ninth's stamp set I got last year. I really love this stamp set. And it is called Lace Leaf stamp set. So I stamped that using the craft ink from Simon Says Stamp. And then once I had it stamped as far as the leaf, I am going to stamp using a block the sentiment, which is so very thankful. And on this video, I'm using the VersaFine ink. But on the two other cards I'll show you later, I used chocolate brown from Simon Says. And the chocolate brown stood out as well, but I really like the black that I used on this one too. So you got multiple options. So now that we've stamped this, we're going to actually, I had kind of thrown my block, and so I had ink and stuff all over the place, so I'm trying to kind of clean up real quick and just wipe off from the stamp itself, and then go ahead and set that aside, and we'll get started putting the card together. And that'll give my VersaFine ink, oh, this is Versaclear, excuse me, my Versaclear ink time to dry. So I'm going to take the art glitter glue and put it on half of my glittered banner sheet or strip that I created. That's going to go at the top and the bottom. And I hadn't cut it long enough. So to give myself the look with it peeking out at the top and the bottom, I had just cut my strips in the middle, and then I can adjust them where I need them to be. And for my base paper, which I'm attaching to my mat here, is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. And my mat page is going to be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, which will give it a nice craft edge around as far as like basically like the frame. All right, so then on this, I'm going to go ahead and attach this straight to the card base, and then that way I can build up my my image, I guess my focal image right on the cardstock itself. And I'm just using the art glitter glue and the ATG tape to allow me some time to be able to move my papers around in case I don't place them exactly where, I need them to be. It's just a little precautionary step, but I find it to be helpful. Okay, and then on one of the edges on the strip, I had to use my sand block because I wanted to make sure it was nice and smooth. And the strips of paper I made 4 1/2 by 1 3/4. Yeah, 3/4. And then you can see I just put some tape and glue in the top and bottom section, so that way it's peeking out. And on the back side, it does create a little space in between them, but I'm just making sure to put down enough of the ATG tape and the art glitter glue to make sure I have good adhesion. All right, and then we're just going to figure out exactly where we want it to lay. And then I'm going to take the focal image, which is going to just lay right on top there. And we're going to use some of the foam squares that I got from Tailored Expressions. And it's probably going to look like a little overkill, like you should have just gotten strips of foam. You can use your 3M foam tape. You can use fun foam and just put it right along the back side and attach it down that way. I had these out and I was like, you know what? There's no point. Let's just use them. You know, we get craft supplies and sometimes we'll hoard them or, you know, keep them to the side thinking, oh, well, I'll use up this other stuff first. At this point, I'm like, as I get the stuff, I just want to use it and know that it's being used and, you know, move on from that. So I'm just taking the backings off all of the foam squares. And then I'm going to line it up as best I can, making sure it's about the same amount on the top and the bottom. And then pressing down. And at first, I wasn't going to add anything else. I really wasn't thinking about adding Nuvo drops. But I decided to pull out my sunset. I think it's sunset. Hold on. Golden sunset. And I did these three kind of on the smaller size because you'll see as I bring over the other two, I went a little too big. I think this one was like stupid big. But you can definitely see them. So I guess it's just a matter of, you know, what your own preference is. So I have sort of like a small, medium, and large to show you that you can do this in many different patterns. All right, so here are the close-ups. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share button. And make sure you click on the bell so that way anytime I upload new content, you will be notified, okay? And if you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. I do try to not only read them all, but make sure I comment, and if I miss it, I always go back through to try and catch them so that way I do respond to everybody. And I hope you guys have a great weekend.